Hey everyone, welcome to Python Code Nemesis. Today we'll talk about getting started with coding and projects in your first year of college. In first year, there were a lot of things that were going on, specifically when I was in first year. There were web development projects, there was some people doing DSA, there were a bunch of people focusing on competitive programming. There was a lot of things you could choose from. There was mobile development, web development, AR, VR, machine learning. There were a bunch of languages. So when you see all of this, often it's very easy to kind of try to do everything at once and then it gets really hard. So we'll talk a little about this in this video. In first year, the first thing you'll be doing is you'll be starting to code in a language of your choice, in a language that you're being taught in your semester in college. That is great. There are a lot of courses which include DSA as well, which my college did. And that was really helpful for me. But in case your college doesn't involve a lot of DSA, then you'll have to start learning on your own. There's also another way, like if you want to start doing projects, that is also really fun. A lot of people come to college, join a lot of clubs, see a lot of startups happening here and there, and that's all lucrative and it's great. It's great to have something of your own that you can call your own. And then one thing to understand is that a lot goes into creating a successful business or a company or a startup. There's a lot of business involved in that, and you'll be making PPTs, you'll be presenting your idea to people, you will be pitching it to investors. A lot of clubs in college will teach you all of that, but for that, you'll need a product, your application first, which you will have to build from scratch, and for that, you'll have to learn how to do all of this. So that's one path that some of the first years that I've recently seen like taking because it's like you think that it's going to give good results very fast. And in a lot of cases, that is true. If your idea is that good, it gets a lot of attention. In my case, also, I kind of worked on something with one of my friends, and that was well received at the time. And we could have changed it to probably a business. And then we did present it to Antler, and but we didn't get the funding, but probably it would have been different if we had. But there's this whole startup thing that people see in first year, all the clubs, and then you see a coding club where people are focusing on Code Chef, Code Forces, competitive programming. That's also great. That's really nice. Now, the first question that would come up to people in first year would be which one do you want to choose, DSA or development? As a newbie, there are a lot of things to choose from, and sometimes it may get confusing on which path to follow. Your choice should be dependent on your immediate goals and your current assets or achievements. So, what are your immediate goals? Right out of college, what is it that you want? Do you need a job immediately? Do you need to support your family? Do you have enough support from your family's side to, like if you want to have a startup, then you can probably go ahead and do it. All of us have different goals and different reasons for wanting things, and it's okay to consider these things when you're coming to a decision. Also, this depends on your current assets or achievements. So, if you're in a really good tier one college where all of these good companies come to your college and they hire from your college, then the requirement for projects, extracurriculars, hackathons, networking events, you don't need a lot of it because all of that is already happening in your college and you're talking to a lot of people. You have your connections, you have the network. So in that case, you need to focus on DSA because the company will come, they'll see your CGPA, and then the interviews will include your DSA skills. So that is something that comes into the picture. Next, there are a bunch of study materials that you can look at when you are starting.